Welcome to the Coffee and Banana Podcast, where we speak to entrepreneurs, thought leaders, executives, artists, and other cool people while grabbing a cup of coffee. In today's episode, we have the pleasure of speaking with Canadian rapper-producer Prada West. Prada speaks on his childhood and how he was introduced to music by his father, gaining the attention of FN Apparel and SDK, Stompdown Killaz, early on, and breaking touring records across Canada as a solo act. Prada also speaks on his TikTok success and connecting with a new generation of fans. All that and more in today's episode of Coffee and Banana.
Yeah. Everybody say when you refer to like SoundCloud rappers, it's like a whack term now.
It's such a whack term, but it used to be good. Like you used to put out your music. Like I remember Swollen Members, when I would listen to their stuff, there was either Reverb Nation or SoundCloud that I would just search up the name.
Okay.
And people would put up their stuff.
Yeah, I'm even on Reverb and shit, man. That was one of the first distributing websites that I went through to put my music out and shit back in the day. Yeah.
I remember you specifically because you were one of the tops. Because you have to connect your Facebook and your social media, and they rank you based on your following.
Yeah,
and you were always top 10.
Yeah,
and
I'm still, yeah.
Oh, you're still there?
Yeah,
crazy.
I could, yeah. Let me look.
Bro, pull that up there.
Yeah, it's
Yo, Reverb Nation, come on, you gotta sponsor this shit.
I fluctuate between like number 1 and number 5, bro.
Crazy,
like all the time.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it is actually pretty nuts. Ever since I've been on it too, like pretty number 2 right now.
Number 2,
yeah.
Sick. That's crazy, bro.
That's
crazy.
Funny, right?
Yeah, that's based on your engaged audience. So
yeah, it's because everything's linked though to it, right? That's why it helps a lot, right? So
there's a I think local company called Orbit.
Orbit.
Sorry.
Orbit.
I think they're trying to do the same thing.
Okay.
But I don't know how their algorithm is. Have some coffee, man.
Yeah.
Are you?
I'm just a little warm, probably. That's why I forgot about it.
No problem. Are you a coffee drinker? Are you
not
coffee?
avid? No.
Okay.
Once in a while, yeah. Yeah, I like tea more.
Tea more?
Yeah.
Nice. That's I think healthier too, right?
Yeah, I just like because like my gut, I got a sensitive stomach to foods and shit like that, so I drink a lot of warmer tea, like Egyptian licorice tea. I like because it's good.
That.
It's good for your digestion and shit like that.
Really?
And I like green teas and shit like that too. Nice. It's just good for you, man.
Do you go with the whole turmeric and ginger? That?
I don't go excessive with it. I just buy the normal box teas, like with the separately individual packaging that I just use. You know what I mean?
Nice.
Nothing's organic or crazy like that. I mean, like sure, some of them are organic, but I don't go crazy with it. I just like teas. You know.
So, like, what's your morning routine? You get up there, you get the teas
ready.
The
morning routine for me, bro, is the first thing I do is I eat a clove of garlic.
Huh?
Yeah, it's good for your immunity, bro. Straight up. It's like a natural antibiotic.
Word.
Man.
You just like
straight
pop
up,
it
bro.
in.
Yeah, isn't one clove off of like a huge clove. You just peel one off.
Yeah.
Cut the ends off, take the skin off, obviously, and then I chew it on like raw, just like that, on an empty stomach, and drink it with a little bit of water.
Okay.
And wait like 15 minutes before you eat any food.
Isn't your mouth like burning?
Oh, it's hardcore, bro. Like you get used to it though after like so many times. You know what I mean? You grow like accustomed to it. You know what I mean? Yeah. So. But yeah, man, it's my dad actually taught me it ever since he taught me that I've been doing it like religiously, bro, because I have like a weak immunity to sicknesses and stuff like that. So doing that, it heightens my immunity like severely, bro. And
I'm gonna do this, bro.
If you look into it, it's literally a natural antibiotic.
Okay.
Yeah, and like if you can do that and handle it, it's something good to do, man. But yeah, that's the first thing I do, and then after that, I have a shake, which is like a blueberry and banana with almond milk.
Got it.
Yeah,
almond milk.
Yeah, and then from there, I just usually just step into the studio room and.
Crazy.
Yeah, man.
So do you are you a wake and bake type of guy? Like you wake up, smoke up, and do your thing?
I mean, I do, but it's not like something I do religiously. Sometimes I'll not, because, you know, I got my little man too, right?
True.
40% of the time, so I don't like to be super baked around him or anything, you know what I mean? But
exactly.
And I don't smoke in front of him, right? So like when he's like in the living room, I'll sneak into the studio room and do like a quick little bong chop or something like that, because it dissipates real quick and shit, you know what I mean? True. Then it's like, and he's not always in the studio room. Like I let him go in there and shit and hang out, but he's not always in there, right? So like the smoke. I close the door, obviously. You know,
Got it,
so
got it.
it doesn't go into the other parts of the house and shit. But yeah.
What's your son's name, by the way?
Santino.
Santino.
Yeah.
Cool. That's a cool name.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
Is he into music? Does he like music?
I've actually already got him recorded a couple times,
Whoa,
man. Yeah, he's only
crazy.
4 too. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, he just loves it, dude. He's like, yeah, I like. He's when we're in the car, he's always like, play daddy's music, play daddy's music.
Nice.
Yeah,
nice.
he loves it, man.
Does he like certain songs more than others? Like, if you ask him, what's your favorite song that your dad made? What would he say?
I've yet to ask him that. I'll have to ask him that. But I know there's a few certain ones that he really jams out too. There's one, a little bit more upbeat one called Survival of the Fittest that he calls the fast one.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he's like, play the fast one, Dad. Because then he's just like, in the back seat, just bumping, bro. Yeah. And then
at 4 years old, he knows already.
Oh yeah,
that's sick.
Yeah. And then there's another one. He even sings the lyrics a little bit to this one, the one I'm about to reference. It's called Away We Go. It's one of my later releases, actually.
Okay.
It's more on the new wave these days that I've been rocking with, more melodic kind of shit.
Okay.
And it's a little slower, but he loves that one, and he can like sing some of the lyrics to it and shit already. I'm just like, wow.
Dope.
Yeah, it actually kind of blew me away, like hearing him. I was like, whoa, this dude's actually like, he's like singing my lyrics already. I'm like, holy fuck, man. Yeah. It's crazy.
Is that like out of body experience?
It's
like
bro, it's like children are like, yeah, it's a blessing, man. It's a huge blessing, bro, because you learn so much about yourself watching them grow up. You know what I mean?
I see.
Yeah, it's cool, man. It's a cool experience, dude. And it's like opens your heart a lot more, man.
100%, man.
You know what I mean?
How does your parenting style differ from like how you were like your parents?
Vastly, bro, because I'm a lot different from my father. I'm like I love the guy and I look just like him, and like me and him are similar.
Tats as well?
No.
Okay.
And we're similar in certain ways. My dad's old school. He doesn't like tattoos.
Oh, still?
Yeah. He's old school, man.
Okay.
He's old school Italian, bro. He's fucking, yeah, he's cold shoulder, kind of very opinionated.
I see.
You know what I mean?
Those old school guys,
grumpy
old men kind of thing. Does he fish?
He's not the type of guy that you ever tell me he loves me. You know what I mean?
I
Like,
see.
yeah, just he knows. He's like, I don't need to tell you. You know, I love you. You know, one of those kind of guys. You know?
Okay.
Yeah, old school wop, man.
Did that make you like tougher because of that?
Yeah, in a way, but in a way, not really, because like he was kind of not around so much when I was a kid. He's a musician too. He's a professional drummer.
I see. Okay.
So he was always pursuing music when I was young, and always working as well to help support the family, because I got 3 sisters as well. So,
oh wow.
And my mom was always busy, but she raised us for the most, because like I said, he was always doing his own thing. But what was the point I was trying to get at there?
I was talking about parenting style.
Oh yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, so I left home at an early age.
Okay.
Me and my mom had a dispute one time, and I didn't like the way that I spoke to her, and it bothered me deeply. So, and she was like, either live by my rules or get out. And I was gone at like 14, right?
Damn.
And so my pops wasn't there for all that shit, right? So I pride myself on being a good father to my son, and always letting him know how much he's loved, and like just spending all that quality time I can with him and shit, you know?
Exactly. That's incredible.
Yeah, man.
That's super cool.
That's where me and my pops are pretty different.
Nice.
But I mean, like, don't get me wrong. My dad always loved me, and he showed me love, and he always put me in sports and everything like that, right?
True.
But he wasn't there as much as I would have liked him to be when I was young. You know what I mean?
Here's my thought process for parenting. I think at the end of the day, like from mom and dad, you look at it, you're like, damn, this shit's so whack. But in hindsight, you look at that. At the end of the day, I became who I became because of this experience.
Oh, 100%. Exactly. You know? Life is all about learning, bro. Every day you learn something new. You know what I mean? So those experiences form you into the character you become, right?
Definitely. And now you're like optimizing the parenting style to your kids. You're like, I like that, but I didn't like this. Yeah. So now I'm spending more time.
I learned a lot from it. Yeah, 100%. Man.
That's super cool, man. Yeah, and now like he's reading your lyrics or saying your lyrics while you're playing a song.
And he's like attached to my hip, bro. Like I literally like... The only, like, when I said I go into the studio room and have a quick bong chop, I have to, like, sneak away.
Okay. Let's take a quick break and hear a word from our sponsors, G2 Athletics.
Hey, everyone. This is Coach Gibbs from G2 Athletics, located in Vancouver, BC. As a former professional and NCAA athlete, I have over 10 years of professional experience in the game of basketball, which has also allowed me to train youth athletics worldwide, as well as training NBA players and assisting with NBA workouts with athletes such as Metta World Peace, DeMar DeRozan, Kelly Oubre, Jason Tatum, and more. For a limited time, Coffee and Banana listeners will receive an additional 15% discount on our seasonal training academy and basketball products with promo code COFFEE15. That's COFFEE15 with no spaces, all caps. Visit g2athletics.com and receive an additional 15% discount on all training sessions and basketball products. That's g2athletics.com with promo code COFFEE15. Go now, become a part of the G2 family, and improve your game.
Thanks, Gibbs. And now we're back to Coffee and Banana.
Like he'll be like distracted by a show he's watching or something, or playing with a toy that he's like zoned out on, and I'll be like, zip, you know what I mean? Like, decal real quick because he's attached to my hip, bro.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I love it though. I love it, man. It makes me feel good.
Bro, there was an interview with Redman, and he was just talking about how he's like the cool dad because he's a rapper. It's Redman,
Yeah, 100%.
obviously, right?
Yeah.
And you're Prada West. Your son is like, okay, you show up, let's say to daycare or something, and this guy, you come out there, chains, tats, and like you're hella built. Like you look like a action figure, like not in a negative way.
Like cartoon character.
You come in there, so it's not only are you're kind of giving your son clout as well, just by being there.
Oh yeah.
Have you
man.
faced those experiences where like you go there and the parents are looking like, who is this guy here? Like,
not yet. He's only 4, so he hasn't been in school, or we didn't put him in daycare or anything, or preschool because of this COVID shit and everything, right? So, but he's going into school this year, man. He's gonna be 5. He turns 5 the month that school starts, September.
awesome.
So
Virgo.
no, he's a Libra.
Oh, he's a Libra.
Balance. Yeah,
So
he's my balance, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, he'll be starting as soon as he turns 5. Basically, he turns 5 a little bit after school starts, like a couple weeks or something like that. But
Dope.
yeah, man. So it'll be cool to experience that and see what that's all like for him. And he's actually really excited to start school, man. He like keeps talking about it.
Yeah.
So
definitely.
yeah, it's cool, man.
As hungry as you were when like you just started in the rap game versus now that you have a son and you see this, would you say you're way more hungry today than you were?
Yeah, and I would say heavily because I've just experienced so much during the process of it all that it's like I've developed so much more and become more of the style and sound that I've like adapted to is like more what I like, you know what I mean? Because like I like rapping and shit like that, but it's a dying like fad these days, you know what I mean? Like just straight rapping, you know what I mean? It's more of a melodic thing nowadays, right?
True.
So, and like not only that, but like I just man, the drive for my kid and wanting to achieve is just that much more because of having a kid, obviously, as well, and just like wanting to have something good there for him and like have like, 'cause I don't have my own house right now. I'm still renting and everything, right?
Okay.
So I'd like to like be able to buy a house as soon as possible for me and him, you know what I mean? And like have that for him. If something were to ever happen to me, he has that to take, you know what I mean? Just like, yeah, man. So the hunger has grown substantially over the years.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
That's really awesome. Do you remember your earliest memory of music or like listening to music and be like, yo, I like this shit?
Like in like
When
what
you were a
sense?
kid.
Just
When you were
like
a kid.
as a listener, more or less.
As like, I like this more than just an average listener.
Yeah, okay. I always knew I loved music, man. My mom, when I was real young, she would always turn on the radio just to watch me dance around because I would always, anytime the music would be on, I'd just start boogieing, and she would turn it on just to watch me dance around the house and shit. And my dad's a drummer, and he has been my whole life, right?
Yes,
so
that
like,
would make sense.
Yeah, listening to him practice and everything, and watching him practice and all that, and just like, yeah, man, the music's in my blood, bro. You know what I mean? So I was more than just a listener. I always knew I'd do something musically when I grew older. Yeah,
and that I think that's a test to your music because you also produce.
Yes.
Which I didn't know, by the way, when I found out that you produce as well.
Not so much anymore. I mean, I do it if I do, it's just for fun, like, or if I want to make like just a quick little cypher beat that I want to rap over or something, and drop a few bars on. I don't necessarily make beats to like do full songs and put out tracks to anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But when I initially started making music, I was producing beats, yes, because I wanted to put out original content. I didn't want to do remixes and put out shit, you know. I wanted people to jump on board for my music right off the hop, you know what I mean? Yeah.
And like the fact that you make music, even if like in the future somebody else gives you a beat, you can be like, send me the stems. I can arrange it the way I want it. You can like play around with you know pretty much how a DAW works.
Exactly.
You're not just like, oh, I can't do shit because the engineer's not here.
I'm a hands-on kind of guy. I like to, whatever it is I'm doing, I like to be in it like 100%, you know what I mean? And know everything that exists around it.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So it was like essential for me to like learn how to produce beats and record myself. And the only thing that I even taught myself how to mix, like, and do all the vocal effects and everything like that. The only thing that I don't do is master. Like when it comes down to the engineering side of it all, I track it out and send it off to somebody who has that professional engineering behind them. Right?
Definitely.
Because I just wanted to sound top when I put it out, right? So
exactly.
Yeah.
What was the first like rap album you heard that you're like, yo, this shit's hella crazy. I like this genre the most.
Like at a younger age in life?
At a younger age.
Shit, man. I used to be a skater too back in the day. Like,
shit.
When I was like 12, 10 to like
Bro, you
13.
like lived different lives your whole life.
I still
so
loved
far.
rap and hip hop though as well, right? And I was like still kind of hip hop style even when I was skateboarding.
So you were into Wu-Tang a lot, I'm assuming?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
but I really liked the Beastie Boys and shit too.
Sick.
Back in the
Nice.
day, right? And like
that Rick Rubin sound. And
yeah,
everything.
like old school, just raw white boy rap. You know what I mean? Like I loved that shit when I was a kid. But that I honestly I can't really recall specifically which album it would be like firsthand that I really got into, because I just loved it all, man. Like Snoop, I remember having like Snoop Dogg when I was in like grade 3. This kid that was in grade 5, he gave me a dubbed tape of Snoop Dogg Doggy Style.
Okay.
So that must have been like the first like hardcore gangster shit that I heard.
Like it's a cassette, I'm assuming.
It was a tape.
He like recorded and he played
in a double
it?
disc tape player,
Yes.
right? And recorded it from that one onto the other
I
tape,
remember
and
those
gave
days.
me a dub tape of it.
Yeah.
And I was in grade
Shout out
3.
him, by the way.
I think his name was Jesse.
Yo.
It was a long time ago. It was in Victoria.
Shout out Jesse from Victoria.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
started all this.
Yeah, that was like the first hardcore shit that I heard. Because
Damn.
I'd heard rap before that, right? Like Vanilla Ice, like Ice Ice Baby and shit like that, right? Like
the mainstream rap.
yeah, but then when I heard like fucking and like MC Hammer and shit like that, you know
MC
what I mean?
Hammer,
Like,
yeah.
but then when I heard Snoop Dogg, I was like, holy fuck, this shit's
Yes.
hard body, bro.
That was so sick.
And it turned me on to the gangster rap, and then from there, I like started listening to like Ice Cube, fucking Eazy-E, NWA, because that was big back then too,
Facts,
right?
yeah.
NWA was huge back then. And then
Were you-
man,
were
I
you
just
into
grew
Pac?
from there.
Were you into Pac?
Oh yeah, Pac was like my dude, bro. You know,
Nice.
I come from that time, right? So like, I'm not like one of those dick rider. Oh, I love Tupac. No,
Yeah.
Pac. I could name like numerous tracks of his. I can
Facts.
sing like full songs of his, bro. You know what I mean?
What's
like,
your favorite Pac album?
Oh shit, that's a tough one, bro. I'd have to say Me Against the World.
Me Against the World. Okay,
Yeah,
that's a
because
dope
that
one.
was like where he was like, you could feel his passion, bro. I feel like the later stuff, he was more angry at the world in.
Okay.
So Me Against
All Eyes on Me was a good balance.
you
you know
it was.
that
No,
double disc,
don't get me
that
wrong,
one-
but that's where I'm saying he got more aggressive and he had more stipulations that he was going through, like legally wise and
That was
all
cool.
that. So he was really angry at the world. So he was just projecting a lot of anger at
Yeah.
that moment in time. Not that he wasn't in Me Against the World either, because he had been going through things at that time as well.
True.
But I feel like there were songs on Me Against the World that were recorded previous to all those incidents that he was going through.
Got it.
And he was just expressing like worldly things and like real like poverty situations and shit like that, right? You know what I mean? I just like, you could feel his passion growing up as a young kid, having a mother as a Black Panther and going through all that hardship and shit, right? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
His mom made him read the newspaper every morning.
Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. If you watch the movie, it says it in the movie.
Oh, it says in the movie?
Yeah, like I knew about all that before because I know a lot about his history. He was like one of my main dudes when I was a kid, bro.
Definitely.
But yeah, man.
I think Tupac was one of those guys that you're like, even outside of rap, even if I don't like rap, I respect this person, you know, because his message was so strong,
Deep, yeah.
and like okay, so the reason I say All Eyes on Me is because it's nostalgic for me,
Yeah.
because I back then like
That one is for a lot of people, yeah.
It's a classic, and also I was broke back in the day, like I was hella broke growing up,
And he gave you ambition.
a lot of ambition.
Yeah.
And my parents just found out I like rap. And I just lost my Eminem CD. What's the Eminem album?
Slim Shady LP.
No. The
Infinite?
Infinite is sick, but I didn't know about that until later on in life
Yeah.
at the Eminem show.
Okay,
So
okay.
the Eminem show, by the way, classic. That's such a classic album.
Oh, yeah.
So I was just a fan of that, and then I lost it. Some kid stole it from me. I'm like so cheesed. My parents were like, "Hey, you like rap? I got you this album." It was $2.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Fucking!" And it was fucked up because it was wax on the other side.
Oh, shit.
So I had to clean it to hear it, and some
Some
parts would
rubbing
skip.
alcohol on there and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I heard the song called "Shorty Wanna Be a Thug."
Oh, yeah.
You know, and I'm like, "Yo,
That was huge. That one was huge.
that
back in the
one
day.
was so." But that I think that's the best thing. For
See, like
me.
he's talking about a young kid
Yes.
growing up and like the struggle and like
Exactly.
watching all these older guys go through like gangster shit. You know what I mean? And,
Definitely.
like being intrigued by it. You know what I mean? Right? And then doing some crazy shit as a young kid. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, he was very poetic and very the storytelling. You know what I mean?
Storytelling.
I love that shit. Right?
100%.
Yeah, man.
Do you fall into the whole Biggie and Pac comparison
I love
conversations?
them both. I love them both, bro. I love them both. Pac was more my dude, but Biggie he's undeniable, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, his flow, the delivery, the
Yeah.
writing style.
Yeah.
Actually, I guess he didn't write; he did it in his head, right? That's what they say.
I'm not 100%. I don't know so much about his history as I do Pac's, but
Yeah.
yeah, I'm sure he probably did it like that. I
Because
don't
like
know.
you know how Jay-Z would or like Lil Wayne, apparently they listen to the beat and then they write in their head. They say 4 bars and then they stop. And then
They
do
punch
another
in
4.
rap.
They punch
yeah,
in rap.
Yeah. I know. You ever heard of Rock Marciano?
No, I haven't.
He's more old school style, but
Okay.
he's popping nowadays too. But he's not like crazy popping. He's more underground,
Okay.
like still like hip hop, right?
Got you.
But he does like 2-bar punch-ins. That's how he records. He records 2 bars, punches in, records 2
Does
bars.
it sound punched
punches
in, though?
Huh, what's that?
Does it sound punched
Not
in?
really. He's got a really straight flow.
Okay.
It's just like it's kind of different. You'd have to check him out, man.
Okay, what's the name again?
Rock Marciano.
Rock Marciano.
Yeah, ROC Marciano.
Marciano.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay, we'll check it
Yeah.
out. I'm always down to check out
Yeah, he's
new
dope,
music.
man. He's dope. I still love old school hip hop, bro. You know what I mean? Like as much as I'm converting into new shit,
Yeah.
I still love those where it comes from. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Yeah.
This I'm
You have to respect it, bro. You know?
You have to, but it's also like there's something about that era because it was so hard to make music. Like now, it's so easy to make music, so it's less significant than it was back then.
It's watered down,
Yeah.
right? You know what I mean? Like back then, yeah, it's like more. It was more hard body back then,
Yep.
right? It was about life and struggle and shit. And like,
Facts.
see, there's a couple of things, not couple, but I've heard a couple people say this different thing to me. It's like back then we used to be the drug dealers. Now we rap about being drug users,
Yeah,
right? You know what I
exactly.
mean? It's so weird, right?
Just
How the
switch
times
perspective.
change, right? You know what I mean? But hey, man, it is what it is, right?
Definitely.
The world, you gotta evolve over time, right?
I mean, people still talk about like the pills and all those things.
yeah.
To be honest, if the music is good, I'll still bump it.
Yeah,
you know?
of course, man.
I think that's at the end of the day, that's all.
Music
it's
is
about.
music, man. I mean, like, unless the person's like a fucking straight piece of shit, like Kid Diddler or something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then whatever, listen to their music, you know what I mean? Like, for instance, I don't know if you've ever heard of South Park Mexican before, SPM.
No, I have not.
Yeah,
you're
he's,
putting me on.
Yeah, he's in a
South Park Mexican.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's from Houston, Texas. He's still in jail for supposedly molesting a 9-year-old girl.
That's fucked.
Yeah, and like he was like a dude I grew up listening to, right? And I loved his music, bro. But when I found that out and like he actually got sentenced to 45 years and he's still in jail for that.
Fuck.
You know what I mean? I had to stop supporting his music and shit, right? Because that's just like something I like can't coincide with. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That's one thing. Like children, bro. Anybody who does not take a child's well-being or into thought before anything else, you know what I mean? Like to me, you're a piece of shit, bro.
Exactly.
Children come first before anything. So yeah, that's why I just like, unless you're like somebody like that, then music is music. You know what I mean? I'd
For
still
sure.
listen to it, right?
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so tough. Like when someone's their art, or it's not even just music. They could be like a comedian, an actor, or something, and you love them so much as a fan, and then you find out this shit about their personal life.
Yeah, straight.
But the question is, could you separate their entertainment side from their personal side and be like, I like this character version of them, but I don't support this part?
Like I said, it depends on
What they actually-
incidents.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if you've molested a 9-year-old girl, nah, dude.
Yes,
No.
that's fucked. Bro.
You know what I
That's-
mean?
And
Yeah.
we're seeing more cases of that. Did you see that
Rape.
Ep-
But the thing is, man, like there's so many. Obviously, there's a shady female behind all of that shit too. You know what I mean, right? Like 90% of these guys who have been indicted with that kind of shit is like, we don't really know. You know what I mean? Like even Tupac was, bro. You know what I mean? He was charged with sexual assault, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Kobe Bryant.
People,
Kobe
Kobe Bryant.
situation?
Yeah, it happened to Kobe, Mike Tyson. You know, like.
The Game.
Yeah, and we don't know. Freddie Gibbs, it just happened to.
Freddie Gibbs, too?
Yeah.
Shit, that's fucked.
Yeah, man. Like, fuck, bro. You know what I mean? Like, we don't know, right? We don't know. How do we know? Unless we're there in that situation, we don't really know exactly what happened. So, I mean, it's hard to say, dude. Like, for instance, look at Pac, right? A lot of people knew about that situation with him, and they still supported him, right? So it's like, I don't know, man. I don't know. But for me personally, that's the one thing I like, rape and child shit. That's the one that if you're like actually indicted with that kind of shit, I can't fuck with your music anymore. That's just how I roll. I've come from the street.
Yeah.
I grew up in the hustle. I've been in jail and shit. Like, I have certain morals that I can't let slide. You know what I mean?
True. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. What is your thoughts on like those things are extreme cases, and of course everyone listening, everyone watching this, they're like, yes, 100%.
Yeah.
But what about like things that were acceptable back then that now is not acceptable? For instance, like if like a lot of times, like when I was in college, and if I met a girl, we're at a club and we're probably both drinking, and then if both of us go home that night, technically what we did was non-consensual sex because we were both intoxicated, so we couldn't approve that. That's what they say today. So like, who's the rapist there? Both of us, technically, like today. So, as much as
that's so stupid. People
are just
analyzing, overanalyzing,
and you have to get
shit,
consent
man.
Constantly. So it's like if you're with a girl, you have to be like, "Can I do this?" Verbal consent, and
you're
then
better
like,
off just to jerk yourself off at home, bro.
That kind of shit is fucked. Like, but like, what if the world turns into that where the kids are just at that stage?
Then the world just shouldn't even engage in intercourse anymore. You know what I mean? Like, what's the point? If you're gonna have to worry about having sex and being accused of fucking raping somebody, then don't fuck. Yeah. Plain and simple, you know what I mean? Then we'll have less.
People are like, give us an alternative.
We'll have less reproduction of this world, you know what I mean? Like, less bullshit, you know what I mean? But hey, obviously that's not gonna happen, right? But
well, who knows? They put on fucking VR instead, and like instead of going with a human being, there's so much legal shit I gotta face. I'm gonna put this VR
you're
fucking
bust
body.
A virtual nut, right?
Yes, maybe that's what it turns into.
I guess I don't know, man.
I mean, like, we're still old school without because we knew the world without the internet and the world with internet.
Yeah,
but imagine the kids that all they know is the internet.
Yeah,
and that's all 100%. They're being fed.
Yeah.
So to them, it's going to be like
at that stage almost now, bro. So, like, you see kids at school walking around on their fucking phones like zombies, bro.
Straight up.
You know what I mean? I mean, I don't know, man. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really like to overanalyze shit like all these people do. You know what I mean? So
some shit is like, it's like, bro, leave it alone.
Yeah, it's just like they're trying to make something out of nothing, bro. Like people need attention and they need drama to feel like alive, bro. That's fucking sad, man. BS. It's sad, bro. People. It's because they're insecure about themselves. A lot of these people, man. You know what I mean? Definitely. So they just need that attention, right? It's a fucked up time, bro.
It's fucked, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's only gonna get crazier. I worry for my kid's sake, bro. You know what I mean? That's why I'm trying to do as much as I can, as best as I can for him while I'm here.
Exactly.
You know?
And that's why we need like artists. I think artists always painted a perspective that the mainstream of the world's not really
genuine
seeing,
artist, we need
a genuine artist. But like that, when I say artist, I think there's some people that even like, let's say the TikTok, now it's like TikTok rappers, because like there's a few going off.
Yeah.
Some people I'm like, you're just doing this for the next couple of years. You're going to stop eventually.
Yeah.
You don't have it in you. Like, to be an actual artist, like perfect your craft and like look at it as a long-term game.
Yeah.
Like Jay-Z's dropping
I'm in
an
this
album.
till I'm dead, bro.
There we go.
Yeah.
You know?
I will never stop making music. Music's in my blood, like I said, right? Even if I don't like to say this because I like to think positively, and I know that I'll get to somewhere that I'll feel like I've achieved solidly in my life.
Dope.
But even if I didn't, I would still be making music.
I see.
Because like I said, music's in my blood, man. And I don't join something, I don't get into something unless I know that it's for me. You know what I mean?
Dope. And I think that's going to constantly push you. Be like, I'm not satisfied until I get to this stage, and that's going to keep on pushing. Because like you've done a lot of things that like people are looking at like millions of views, 100,000s of views on like throwaway songs, and you were, bro. Like people don't understand that like when you were from Western Canada, the whole population of Canada is 33 million.
Yeah.
In the States, you have
They got more
cities.
people in California than we do all of Canada.
There we go. So like if they're like, yo, my video just hit 1 million, cool. That's not the same impact or influence.
Yeah.
If you hit like 100,000 in like Canada, that is way more powerful
Oh, fuck yeah.
than somebody else being like, yo, I hit 1 million in
Yeah.
somewhere else.
Dude, Canada's like the hardest fucking place to get famous in, bro.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? Like I've toured Canada wide numerous times.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Numerous fucking times, bro. I like in 2019, I did the biggest tour to ever cross Canada, 50 city tour.
Crazy.
Yeah, back-to-back shows, man.
Was it just you?
It was me, solo act.
Wow.
Like obviously I wasn't on the road alone, but
Yeah.
I was a solo act. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. I was on the road with my manager and shit, and we drove all the way across and back, bro. Shows all the way out and all the way back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like,
That was at that time. That was the biggest tour to ever cross Canada in the hip hop scene.
That's incredible.
And then Mad Child went and did a bigger one after that, obviously.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Child
Well,
coming in.
anyways, whatever.
Whatever. It's all good.
It is what it is, man.
Yeah.
We have the same manager. At the time, we had the same manager. I don't know if they're whatever, but shout out to my homegirl Chelsea Grobin's my manager.
Oh,
She,
nice. Chelsea
yeah.
Robbins. Where it's at entertainment?
Yeah, where it's at entertainment.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. Bro, like she's always doing shows. She's
Oh,
killing
yeah.
it in that scene.
Oh yeah, 100%. And she's dedicated, man. Yeah, I don't fuck with people who aren't dedicated to their craft. You know what I'm saying? And we've been working together since the jump, right? Like she put me on to some of my first shows, right? You know what I mean? So
crazy.
yeah, man, I got nothing but love for her. And yeah, man.
Yeah, she's
Yeah, it's just the grind, bro. You know how it is.
But you gotta love it, man.
Straight up, man.
That's
It's where the passion resides. So I'm blessed and super thankful for being able to pretty much live off of my craft. You know what I mean?
That's incredible.
Yeah.
That in itself is a feat. That
Yeah.
you live off the craft that you produce.
Straight up. That's
you
what I
don't
mean.
have to listen to somebody.
Very blessed,
that's
bro.
like-
You know what I mean? I wake up every day thankful, you know?
exactly.
Yeah.
That's good, man. That's
That's the ultimate goal of life, man, is working like at a job that you want to work at. You know what
Facts.
I mean? Because then it doesn't feel like work. You know what I mean?
You're happy doing this shit all
Yeah,
the time.
Straight up. It's not like you're getting up like, oh, I gotta go to work.
Fuck this
Like,
shit.
yeah, get to go to work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
I want to switch it up a little bit. I want to talk about the early days and how I discovered you for the first time, which was
Alright.
through Suitable Ties.
Okay, word.
Do you want to talk about how that started?
Suitable ties?
Yeah. How did you guys all come together, or how would that relationship come about?
Yeah, word, man. Suitable Ties initially started with, before it was actually Suitable Ties, it was me and the homie Confidential. Shout out to the homie Confidential. I was living in Nanaimo on Vancouver Island at the time, and that's where the homie Confidential is from and resides. We met through the scene, and then we just started making some music together. He presented me a beat one time, and I laid down a verse on it. It was like a weed smoking track. It's called No Matter Where We Go. And he was like blown away by my verse. He's like, fuck, dude, I got to compete with this verse and shit. He's like, all right, I'm going to hit it, whatever, right? So he laid down his verse. And me and Merk were already friends at that time, too.
Okay.
And but they hadn't met each other. Confidential and Merk hadn't. Like, they were aware of each other, I'm sure, at the time. But they hadn't, like, met, I don't think, in person yet. But so me and Confidential had our shit already laid down on the track, and then I think it was me that told Confidential, yo, we should get the homie Merk on this, and he was like, hell yeah, right, like let's do it, send it over to him, let him know. So I sent it to him, and Merk was
And at
like,
this
yeah.
stage, Merkules is just like an early coming up.
Yeah,
you
this
know?
is before any of his fame. Yeah, we
Okay.
were all like basically on the same page at the same time, right?
Gotcha.
Shout out to the homie Merk as well.
Nice.
Yeah, so I had presented him the track, and he's like, hell yeah, I'll rock this. And we didn't have a hook for it at the time, so Merk was like, yo, you guys want me to lay down a hook too? So Merk ended up laying down the hook and a verse, and we were like blessed by that. So
Sick.
we were all like pretty happy with how the track turned out. We decided to shoot a video for it. So I shot a video. I had a homie of mine come shoot it, and I did the edit on the video.
Oh, sick.
And we dropped the video. This is before we called ourselves Suitable Ties. So, and then once we dropped the video, we got some good traction on it and a lot of love. And we were like, yo, this is fucking starting to take off, right?
Yeah.
And we were like, maybe we should do something about it. And we were like, should we just create a group with the three of us? And we were all talking, and it just happened. And we were like, all right, so let's do it. What should we call ourselves? So we all like threw around a few names and this and that. And then I think it was Merk that was like, how about Suitable Ties?
Yeah.
And me and Con were like, yo, that sounds pretty dope. And then Merk was like, because I met Prada knows you. I met you through Prada, and it's like we all kind of just came together suitably tied. You know what I mean? And he's like, and we were like, hell yeah, that sounds dope. So that's how the name came along, and then from there we just like ended up shooting some more videos and putting out more content, and it kept growing. And then from there we kind of all just. It didn't really last like too long. We did like we didn't do any like full length projects or anything together, but we released a number of videos and a number of content on like YouTube, just singles and shit like that. And then, yeah, man, that's how it all came together. And then from there, we kind of all just branched off and started doing our solo shit, you know?
Dope.
Yeah.
And is it around this time you were part of Stompdown? Everyone was part of Stompdown?
Yeah, it was pretty much around that time when we released that song, No Matter Where We Go, that I had been like becoming closer friends with Merk. And Merk was already affiliated with Stompdown at that time, and he had brought me around the shop and like introduced me to the OGs of the crew and shit. And I showed them some of my music, and they took a liking to it, and me, and they were just like the owner of it, of F and Stompdown, was just like, yo, like recruited me and just made me part of it officially in 2011.
Okay, dope.
Yeah,
so like they were still early at that time, were they?
Oh yeah,
because they without clothing. I'm talking about like the music side. They were early.
Stompdown?
Yeah.
See, SDK originally started as a graffiti crew, so it wasn't even anything to do with music, like until a little bit later, right? After being just a graffiti crew initially. And Effin, the brand, the clothing brand, it was like its own entity at first as well. And the owner of Effin was already friends with the homies of the graffiti crew, and they kind of just meshed together, right? So he had the brand and brought it into the Stompdown movement. So Effin was like the movement behind the Stompdown crew. You know what I mean?
I see.
So that's where it all meshed together. And then the music, it started rolling a little bit later.
Let's take a quick break and hear a word from our sponsors, Ball Life Studios.
Hey everyone, this is Coach Eliza Chavez from Ball Life Studio, located in the Bay Area in sunny California. Here at Ball Life Studio, we offer elite level basketball training for all ages and skill levels. We give exposure to and develop all our athletes to not only reach their max potential on the court, but off the court as well. We teach and develop the whole athlete, from the mind to the body. For a limited time, Coffee and Banana listeners will receive an additional 15% discount on all training sessions and basketball products with promo code COFFEE15. That's COFFEE15 with no spaces. Visit www.balllifestudio.com/shop and receive an additional 15% discount on all training sessions and basketball products. That's www.balllifestudio.com/shop with promo code COFFEE15. We have some exciting events coming to you all this year, so stay tuned with our yearly schedule by following us on Instagram at Ball Life Studio. Here at Ball Life Studio, we are all about the ball life.
Thanks, Chavez. And now we're back to Coffee and Banana.
Because I was following Snack the Ripper. I was subscribed to his YouTube channel, and he would just put graffiti stuff. And I was like, I found out one of his songs, but then when I went to older ones, it was just graffiti related things.
Yeah.
And I was like, but it was good. I was like, yo, Snack the Ripper can do dope shit with graffiti.
Yeah, man. That's how the channel and Stompdown originally started to take off, was like specifically for the graffiti, right? Yeah.
They also, I don't know if you remember this, but SDK, they had like this interview segment at a point where they would just go and grab a 40 in front of a refrigerator, and then they would sit down on a couch and start talking to local
100%.
people.
It was called Get Off the Couch.
Get Off the Couch. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I thought that was so sick. I was like, that was first time seeing something local, that talking about local artists.
Yeah, it's kind of like a podcast thing.
Yeah, it was. It was like they were one of the originators of all this shit.
Yeah.
It sucks that they didn't continue that, you know?
Yeah, I mean, crews have a hard time staying together, man. You know what I mean? Like, everybody wants their own thing, right? At the end of the day, like, unless you're like family, you know, even then, man, you know what I mean? Families fucking have a hard time too, right? You know what I mean? But yeah, man, like I said, everybody wants their own thing, but they want to feel like they have their own thing at the end of the day, right? You know what I mean? And if you're not all promoting and like pushing the same shit, then it just makes it hard, you know what I mean?
I see.
Right?
I see.
And like sometimes people like, they get supported more than others or certain things like that, you know what I mean? So it just gives people like a bitter taste in their mouth, you know what I mean? So it's just like, they have it's hard to see like crews last, you know what I mean? Like,
I'm 100% there, and
Yeah.
I sometimes see it in the sense of like when it's like management or the business side more so than it's like, oh, we stopped making good music. It's always some business related things that makes people feel some type of way in the experiences that I have had. And I think Vancouver still is so early in the music business side of it. Like we don't have a structure. Like
No.
we don't have like a local radio station that's like, yo, this hour we're playing local bops.
Yeah.
There's nothing like that. They're gonna play the same fucking shit over
Yeah.
and over again.
Yeah.
It's the most, bro. Like when I go to the States and I listen to the radio, I'm excited. I'm like, yo, there's actual rap in this.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
guys play good music, and they're just like, that's only mainstream rap. I'm like, bro, we have zero rap.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
get the most watered down music.
94.5 used to be popping back in the
They
day.
were good.
But yeah, they fell off and started doing that fuckery too. So
Well, they got too big, and then they were
Yeah.
like, let's go sign it to somebody else.
yeah.
It's just one of those things that just, I guess, eventually evolved. Do you remember the Sonic Nation?
It sounds familiar.
Yeah.
It sounds familiar.
They try to bring in a new model with new music, but even then, it was the same. Actually, they did have something cool. They had this-
94.5 and 95.3 I remember too used to
The
be
Zoom?
kind of jumping
Was
too.
it called the Zoom? What was it
I
called?
can't remember exactly.
No, it was called the Z95.3.
Yeah, something like that. Z95.3.
Because we saw the stickers everywhere.
Yeah, Z95.3. Yeah, they used to play some good shit too back in the day.
Yeah, they
Now
did.
there's fuck all. Yeah, man.
Then that's why even in like Toronto, they have a local scene because they have that OVO radio. They
Yeah.
have stations where they just play new
well,
music.
Drake. Yeah, obviously.
But
right?
Drake changed that. He was like, "This is bullshit. We need somebody that looks at Vancouver and takes it seriously
Yeah.
enough to invest into the music
Merk's
scene."
getting close enough to be able to do some shit like that.
Merk's definitely in a position that he could be like, "Yo, let's make a radio station and like play," or maybe it's not even a radio station. It could be like playlist, connect with some sort of Spotify to be a curator. That would be crazy.
Yeah, straight.
And then
yeah.
you just bring in new people.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah, and have like a playlist that he just somebody manages for him or something that like brings in new shit here and there. Yeah.
That's the thing that like if you go on Apple Music, they have a section like this is the new Montreal, this is the new Toronto. Like they have those playlists, but they don't have anything for Vancouver. So I think like Apple Music and Spotify needs to, because if you look at Northern Bars, most of
It's
it,
all Toronto.
It's all
rappers.
Toronto.
Yeah.
They don't.
I've been on that playlist. Though.
Yeah, you've been there all the time.
Yeah.
I've seen you like so many times there. But like the
Yeah.
thing is, and also the music is not.
But it's
exactly
more
the same.
Toronto, East
It's way
Coast,
more
yeah.
Toronto.
Yeah.
And they have their own influences.
Yeah.
So we just need more, I guess, representation for the Western sound.
A lot of it's exactly. But a lot of the reason too, I feel like, is because of a lot of the sound from the West Coast over here isn't as similar to a lot of that shit. You know, there is artists over here like that have that sound, but not as many. You know what I mean? It's still adapting to that sound. Like even me, like I'm more on that wave nowadays too, right? So. Yeah, man.
The melodic stuff has just been taking over like the industry overall.
It's just more of a vibe, man. You know what I mean? Like rap is rap. It's always gonna be dope to me. I'm never gonna not like it. You know what I mean? Because that's where it comes from. You know what I mean? Rap. And this is what like has evolved out of it. So like you kind of in a sense, you kind of have to respect the old school shit as well. You know what I mean? Because they paved the way. You know what I mean? But it's a vibe, man. The new shit's a vibe, bro. Like you just. I don't know. You just roll on the wave. You know what I mean? I like that shit. I wasn't like opposed to it or against it, but I wasn't with it when it like first started popping. Right? You know what I mean? I was like back in the day. It was like underground for life, straight bars for life, this and that. You know what I mean? And now that I've been around it and like been in tune with it so much more, it's just like it's grown on me heavily. You know what I mean? And now that's like pretty much my style, bro. You know what I mean? Like like I said, I'll always spit bars. Because, like, that's where I come from. So I'll always go back to spitting bars here and there. But, like, I really fuck with the new shit now, man.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Bro, I think that's...
But I still put, like
melodic bars? So it's still a bar
yeah,
in
not
the
always,
singing.
but yes, I still spit melodic bars, but I still put, like, feeling into it and, like, in-depth lyrics. You know what I mean? It's not, like, just, like fuck bitches, get money shit. You know, I'm still rapping about like some of it is obviously right. You know what I mean? Because that's like what's popping, right?
Of course,
you got to adapt with the times if you want to find any sort of success, right? You know what I mean? But there's tracks that I'll still do like some really in depth shit on, like melodic wise as well, right?
Nice. And to be honest, like you can even see like, okay, Merkules, you would call him like a rapper, right? All he does is just rap. but his most popular stuff is always when he sings. Like he did that cover of Ed Sheeran.
Oh yeah,
and he was just singing on that.
Yeah,
and that has like
melodic bars, spitting melodic bars, and some singing
but
too.
but he's always like put that style in there.
Yeah.
When you like look at like even the rappers around you, it's kind of like the ones that kind of stayed or in this era, they kind of need to do that.
Yeah.
You can't just be like, I'm just a spitter only. Who's this? Like, who's today just rapping? I'm like even like Pop Smoke, who came in as like a rapper, he was singing
it's
a
only
lot
the
of the
underground
hooks.
cats, the old school cats, like the heads, bro, the hip hop heads, like Vinny Paz.
Okay, the
Like,
fair, yeah,
and,
LP.
he's like straight bars, like rap. You know what I mean? Like a lot of the East Coast old school cats still stayed the same. You know what I mean?
Do you like Run the Jewels? Are you a fan?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
they're dope. Fuck yeah, man.
Yeah, they're hella dope.
Big Mike and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's dope, man.
And did you see the like Nas got nominated for
I
a Grammy?
did. Yeah, I
Did you
did
saw
see
that?
that. Yeah, that's dope. Salute to him. He still is a spitter too, right?
Yeah.
You know
So
what
I'm Nas one. Okay, here's the thing.
I mean?
Illmatic.
J. Cole's still a
Okay,
spitter.
but he's singing. He sings
he
too.
sings his hooks, but like his rapping is more, I feel like, just bars.
Okay, his rapping is just bars, but then okay, do you fuck with Drake? Are you a Drake fan?
Oh yeah, I'm a Drake fan.
But
Yeah,
you
for sure.
see how Drake Sanders Rose. Do you know that song off Scorpion album?
No, not 100%.
But you've heard like when he just goes in and spits bars.
Yeah, 100%.
Right.
Yeah.
So he's
Yeah.
got that in the bag too. He's like, he's just letting you know, I'm not losing this anytime soon.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? You gotta show these cats that you still can come with it, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The hip-hop
And if they
community
want to
needs
test you,
that.
boy, I'll battle you and I'll fucking body you. You know what I mean, right?
Did you battle when you were younger?
No, not really, man. To me, bro, I come from like a lot of anger back in the day and shit, and like
Okay.
I went through like anger management like several times.
Damn.
I've even put myself in it, bro,
Whoa.
for specific reasons and shit
You're
like
such
that.
a calm, nice guy, bro. Like,
Yeah, I'm pretty cool and collective until you piss me off, bro.
I see.
You know what I mean? Like, and then it's hard for me to come back down, right?
I see.
Like I just wig out sometimes, but like it's not like uncontrollable. You know what I mean? Like I'm in full control of myself. But like if I get angry, yeah, I just don't like it, right? You know what I mean? So, for me, battle rap was like too negative.
Yeah.
I commend the dudes that do it, and they can sit there and call each other goofs to each other's face and this and that. To me, that term is a fighting term.
Yeah.
You call me a goof, okay, we're throwing hands.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I come from
Exactly.
jail and shit, right? A goof is a kid diddler. You know what I mean? Like that's a no pass word for me, right? So,
Definitely.
and these guys are calling it to each other's faces and like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
they're throwing everything.
I'm not with that, bro. You know, and that's why I commend the dudes that can do it and hold their temper, bro. But like after you say it to me, like after one time, I'm probably gonna want to fucking punch you in the face, bro. You know what I mean? Right?
Facts.
So I just kind of avoided it, man, for like those reasons and shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
And also like people like research you now and like air out dirty laundry and personal stuff. Back then it was like you would diss the person like based on
From
like a
what's
freestyle
happening.
from what
Yeah,
you
it's
see
like, yeah.
and just like you just say some shit.
Yeah.
And then it's kind
Improv.
of improv. It was
Yeah.
like it's kind of like a stand-up comedy routine if you think about it. Because you just have an audience and you pre-wrote all this shit
Yeah.
and now you're performing it to them.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then
100%.
your only topic is that dude
it's
and
a
his
show
mom
now.
and stuff.
It's
Yes.
not a battle. It's a show now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's good
Yeah.
to see that they're making it profitable. That there's pay-per-view versions and,
And
all
it's
that
still
shit.
talent. There's still
Yeah.
talent, bro. Not like even though it's pre-written and recited, it's still very talented because they have to write that shit. You know what I mean? Like, and not a lot of people can write like that. It's like very multi-syllable rhymes
Yeah.
and very crazy punchlines, metaphoric punchlines and shit like that.
The
You know what I mean?
creativity
Like,
is on point.
yeah, like yeah, man, for sure. So like I commend the dudes that can do that and hold it down well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
like,
they can't make music.
There's some crazy dudes
unfortunately.
out there, like for instance, like Pat Stay. He's one of the craziest battle
Pat
rappers
Stay
out there.
is Pat Stay. I like Disaster. Do you like Disaster? by the way?
Disaster, yeah, he was too screamy for me.
Yeah.
bro.
Okay. He's just like he is a little too screamy, but like some of his shitty. I like the funny
Dude, he's
ones.
talented.
You know? He's
as
talented.
Fuck. I'm
Do you know
not taking
Dumbfounded?
anything away from his talent. I'm just saying, for me, I didn't really like the whole the whole fucking time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
He went- he
props to
could-
homie. He kills it, bro, and he's
does.
fucking talented as fuck.
Yeah.
But yeah, that wasn't the style I was too into.
Yeah.
Pat Stay, like. And he's like, I've met him one time personally, but like we
dope.
never really like chopped it up too heavily. But the homie Merk is pretty tight with him and shit.
Okay. Sick.
And yeah, I always dug his style, man. He came with it, man, always.
Yeah, Pat Stay, a huge fan of him. Did you look at the earlier guys. Like Dumbfounded was somebody I listened to. Do you know who Dumbfounded is?
It sounds familiar. I'm not too
Korean dude from Los Angeles.
Okay.
And he was just like one of those like witty guys and took that approach.
Okay.
I think Kid Twist.
I heard of Kid Twist. Yep, for sure, man.
He wrote a rap battle movie. And then I guess Eminem's team picked it up.
Oh, wow.
And apparently that's going to be coming out.
Oh, yeah.
It has Disaster in it. It has Pat Stay. Has everyone in it.
That still hasn't dropped?
I don't think so. I actually have to check it in because I've been trying to see that for a bit.
I think that dropped already. That dropped? If I'm not mistaken, because that was a few years back.
I saw the trailer.
That was a few years back that they were creating the trailer for it. I remember seeing the trailer too. I'm not 100% sure if it dropped. We'd have to look into it.
If it dropped, then I'm going to go check it out tonight.
Yeah, 100.
You know,
sure,
now I got to see this. Whatever.
Yeah, just Google. Yeah,
facts. But
yeah, no, I remember that. Yeah, for sure.
I saw that. And I'm like, yo, this is fucking good to see. But like, it's tough because none of those guys can make a good song. Dumbfounded, he can make good music. Like he's successful.
They just know how to spit bars, bro. They don't sound good on a beat, right?
Mm-hmm. They don't know that flow. They don't know how they have to. Like they can't.
They're not musicians. That's the thing, man. Battle rappers get chastised as battle rappers.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Do.
Right? So it's like you're stuck kind of wearing that jacket after you become one of those guys. You know what I mean? And like people won't really care about your music so much because they just want to see you battle.
Yeah.
They want to hear you spit hardcore bars dissing somebody.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, fuck his music. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? That's another reason why I never got into that.
Got it.
Because I want music, bro. I'm a musician. I got fucking music in my blood, bro. Like I want to make dope ass music. Mm-hmm. I don't want to be fucking chastised for being a battle rapper. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. You don't want to be that guy.
No.
Was there, if your influences were more battle rappers? Because like when I was talking to you, you tell me that you fuck with the Ghetto Boys. And I was like,
heavy.
No one in Vancouver is ever gonna bring up Ghetto Boys when I ask them who's your influence.
No. Scarface from the Ghetto Boys is like he's still one of my top rappers, bro.
That's crazy. Scarface, even I think Diddy was the one who said that a lot of the music Biggie was making, he was inspired by Scarface.
Yeah, man.
You know, he was because Scarface would talk about like killing himself, shit like that.
Yeah.
And Biggie Smalls, his album, he killed himself at the end. You know?
Ready to Die and fucking what's that? What's the name of that song? Where it's I sit alone in my four-corner room staring at candles.
Oh yeah,
I can't remember the name of the song. Can't remember
that one. That
Mind Playing Tricks on Me.
Mind Playing Tricks on Me is that's the one where
I sit in my room. I sit in my four-corner room staring at candles.
Oh, that's what mine.
It's
I'm mistaking
more it's the Ghetto Boys, but it's Scarface on the song only.
Oh, you're talking about
My mind is playing tricks.
Yeah, my mind. Bro, that song, I love that song.
Yeah,
I love that song. That song's so sick.
Yeah, it's heavy, man.
Big Sean
talks
remixed
about
it
killing
in
himself in
2010.
that shit too.
That's a fun fact for the people. I said Big Sean remixed it in 2010.
Yeah, and also who I think somebody else stole remixed that beat as well was
it Freddie Gibbs?
Kodak Black.
Oh yeah, you're right. I think I may have heard that one too. Okay, I think he also did the 5 on a joint as well.
Kodak Black did?
Yeah, he remixed it for his new album. I don't listen to Kodak like that, but he's dope. But 5 on it.
He's a rapist. He went to jail for sexual assault, bro.
I actually don't know anything about that.
I don't fuck with dudes who do that shit, man.
Was he actually like? Was it like alleged or like?
No, I'm pretty sure he was convicted for it.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he was in jail for it.
I thought it was like drug possession, gun possession, or some shit like that.
No, he's got rape charges.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Damn.
Same with that Snitch 9 faggot too.
Oh shit.
Excuse my language.
Mm-hmm. No, please. What's your thoughts on when you see like what music was and what like your, I guess, status or who you are as a person mattered? Like you have to live what you talk about. You can't just be like, this is entertainment, but I'm not this guy.
It's so far from that nowadays though, bro. Like that was like the old school shit. You know what I mean? Like the rap days.
Yes. You have to be about the shit you talk about.
I mean, like it still is, but not as much. It's more emo rap these days, man. You know, emotional shit, like breakup music. That's what's popping these days. You know what I mean? Like, so a lot of people are like getting away with being softer, you know what I mean? Yeah. And showing more emotion and being more, what's the word I'm looking for?
Well, you just said like, sad boy rap, so I think that's probably the best way to describe it.
Yeah,
emo
just
rap.
Yeah, and I got nothing against that shit, bro. That's kind of like I'm rapping about some of the similar kind of shit these days, right? You know, I've been through those experiences though too, right?
bringing out your
hardcore
like,
breakups
insecurities
and
or vulnerabilities.
yeah,
and
that's
things
the
like
word
that.
I was looking for.
Okay.
Being vulnerable. Yeah. Yeah, man. Just like opening yourself up more to the world and allowing people to see who you really are. You know what I mean?
Do you think
As
Kid
we're
Cudi
back in
and
the
Drake
day, it
like
was like,
started that, by the way?
yeah, they would definitely have some influence on that for sure, bro.
Okay.
As where like back in the day, it was more like just being like hardcore. You know what I mean? Having that hardcore exterior and being like a gangster and like from the street and like, because it was about being a hustler back in the day. As where now it's more about using the drugs, like I was saying, right?
Definitely.
You know what I mean? It's a lot different, man. It's a lot different.
For sure.
So.
It's time for Coffee Tunes. This is a song that the Coffee and Banana team believes you should be listening to. This season's Coffee Tune is #FreeAfghanistan by Vancouver's very own Crescent, produced by East Boulevard's Marlowe. Here's a quick sample of the song.
Afghanistan, trying to take over the people and occupy their land. Though we weren't equipped, we the last ones to quit. Fighting back to 89 when the Soviets split. Now hold up. Why is that relevant? Cause the Pakistani closet is full of Afghan skeletons. The Muslims nowadays are focused more on what has gelatin. When it comes to support, they become a little hesitant. Blame it on the president or a lack of evidence. As they see us bleed, we hear them read, we'll be heaven sent. It's a facade to dedicate yourself to God, but not help the one.
Here's a little background about the song. Afghanistan is currently facing a humanitarian crisis. On August 15, 2021, Taliban fighters entered Kabul, the capital, which led to the fleeing of the president Ashraf Ghani and the government to collapse. To find out more about how you can help Afghanistan, please check the show notes of this podcast. Thank you very much, and now we're back to Coffee and Banana.
I mean, yeah. I love it all, man. I'm a music fan, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, me too.
There's only one genre that I don't really listen to so much, which is country. I just not the sound of
There's
it
a lot
to me.
of country
I just,
hits, bro. You got to give country a chance.
no, and I'm not
you know?
against it. Don't get me wrong. I just don't listen to it that much. You know what I mean? Like, it's just not the sound I prefer. You know what I mean?
I got you.
And I'm not against it. Like I said, I like there's.
Do you like folk music? Like, do you like it just like a guitar and someone just kind
the
of like
banjo, some old school
some
banjo?
Shit, a banjo, like I guess that's like more traditional country. Okay, like Jack Johnson. You know Jack Johnson?
I'm not too familiar. No.
You know Jack Johnson? Okay, he has a song called "Banana Pancakes," and it's like him just playing the acoustic guitar and singing about banana pancakes.
Okay.
And bro, this shit is lit. I'm listening to it. I'm like, I could listen to this because it's like he makes a song about it's raining, so let's make banana pancakes.
Yeah, word.
And it's hard, low key. It's not hard like a rap hard.
Yeah, of course, but the song sounds like
The song
good.
is
It's
like a bop. I'm playing that shit. I'm like, this is sick. And I think it's the folk and hella country influence for his music. I think country has a lot of great storytelling.
It does.
And their
It
songwriting
does.
is really good.
Have you ever? I could tell you a little joke about country music.
Tell
They
me.
say, what do you get when you play a country music song backwards? You get your wife back, you get your house back, you get your dog back, you get your car back.
Nice. So those guys are just venting on the mic.
Yeah, they're It's like sappy music, you know what I mean, right?
Yeah, that's so facts. Like guys would go and just like be vulnerable. They started that before.
Yeah, 100%.
There we
man.
go.
Yeah, 100%.
And now Post Malone is singing that vibe.
Yeah, and not only that, but look at the Old Country Road or Old Town Road.
Old Town
whatever
Road,
it's called
the
by,
biggest rap song.
That's like
in
it's
history.
like country and rap mixed together. You know what I mean?
True.
Right?
Definitely.
So it's like definitely evolving, man. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
we're gonna see more.
Like
of
I
that.
said, I'm not against it. I'm not opposed to it.
Yeah.
Opposed to it. I like if there's a song that I like, man, and it sounds good to me, then fuck, I like it.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like I used to like some old school Garth Brooks and shit back in the day. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, man.
Throw some
I
like
said,
Tim McGraw or something.
I was just more or less just saying it's the one genre that I don't like flex on myself so much by myself in my car or something. You know what I mean? It's not my first choice.
But they have so like who's this? The new Kane Brown. Do you know Kane Brown?
Kane Brown.
So he's just like tatted and has more like a new school image, and he's a country singer.
Okay.
So he's like doing songs. Younger kid.
Yeah.
Blonde
I might
hair.
have heard something about him. Yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Yeah.
He has good bops.
Yeah. Word. Okay.
You know, so that's you gave me a few people to do homework. Check out Kane Brown.
All right, sounds good.
You'll like it. You'll be like, it's more new school country.
Yeah, word. Okay.
So it like fits the vibe.
Sounds good. I'll check it out.
But what music do you think that people that are listening to this, like, bro, like the thing is, like, when I was talking to you, I was like, it's crazy to see. Because like my main thing is if anybody does anything for a long time, it's incredible. Good for you for doing whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But like you've been at it, you've been excelling, you've adapted to different platforms. You like when Facebook was big, you guys had like when you started, you had a good Facebook page, and then it was YouTube, and now it's the Spotify's, and now it's the TikToks. You know.
Yeah.
So why do you have, or how did you get this mentality of like, keep it moving? I got to learn more things.
Ambition. I've always had the hunger, man, just to, it's like they say, you can't keep all your eggs in one basket. You know what I mean? Because if you depend on one egg and that egg breaks, then what the fuck are you going to do, right?
Facts.
You know what I mean? So you got to have different hustles, man. Like, whether it be legal or illegal, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter, man. So just finding those different avenues and just trying different things and just branching out and building whatever way you can and adapting with the times, you know what I mean?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. Who's someone like locally that you looked at when you just started out and be like, yo, these guys are like dope and doing dope shit when you were just starting out?
Stompdown.
Stompdown?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Anyone specifically? Because you said Caspian was one of the dudes you checked out when we were speaking about last time.
Yeah. All the original members of the crew, like, Caspian was the first rapper out of the crew that I became familiar with. They had some rappers before him, but I never really knew them too well.
Nice.
Caspian was the first one that I really like took a liking to and really heard of, more or less, you know what I mean? And then Merk and Snack had come over to shows. I was living on the island, like I said, in Nanaimo at the time, and when I first started taking music like seriously and rocking shows and shit like that.
Dope.
And those guys came over, and that's how I met them. And then from there, I had become really fond of the Stompdown crew because I was into like graffiti and everything, and you know what I mean? So it just intrigued me, and I just wanted to become a part of it. So I pushed myself to excel, and me and Merk became pretty close, and we were building together, and he introduced me to the OG members, and that's how I became part of that crew.
That's dope.
And yeah, I was like inspired by them a lot when I first started, and they were like the locals that I was like, yeah, this shit's dope, man.
Dope.
Yeah.
And is it like, because I'm an outsider looking in, is it like a brotherhood? Like everyone's just like really pushing everyone to like, let's do better and let's ride for everyone. How did
in the initial stages, yeah, it was hard, man. It was like 2012, we did the Stompdown tour.
Dope.
And it was like all of us on one bus just out there promoting
Who's
the
all
same
of us?
shit.
Tell me all the
like
guys.
writers and rappers all on the same bus. Like
Gotcha.
graffiti writers and rappers all on the same bus touring across Canada together and shit, right?
Nice.
And we were just all out there doing it together, man. Like we would go to like skate parks, and like the graffiti writers would be like grilling up the park, and like all the kids, we would like post about it. Oh, we're going to be at this skate park at this time. Kids would like come up, and it would be good, man. It was good. We did a lot of dope shit back in the day.
Fire.
Yeah.
Who's someone you'd want to like tour with, you know?
Like
just if I'm like, yo, pick any rapper today, like any rapper that you could
I'd
go.
want to tour with.
Or like if they're like, bro, Prada, come tour with me. It could be from the States, it could be Canada, whatever the case is. Who would you like ideally? Because I know someone
For my own like just because I like their music.
you like their
like
music,
because-
and you know it's like resonates with your music too. Like their audience will also fuck with your. Because I have someone in mind. I'm thinking like Keep It Moving. Like what's his name? Hobson.
Yeah,
If Hobson was like performing and he's like, bro, Prada, come with me. I could see like you killing that crowd as well.
Yeah, then it'd be like more or less just my straight bar shit that I would have to rock though, right?
But no, he does melodic stuff too now. He evolved now.
Yeah, I found that he's still like. Did you see his latest release?
That was crazy.
It was
that
dope, but
music video?
he's singing in the hook, but he's still rapping in the verses, right?
True.
And
Yeah,
it's still
that's true.
that's the same as he was back then, too.
Okay,
right?
fair.
With like Funk Volume and all that shit, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So I mean, like, if I wanted to, and I'm not against that shit. I'm a rapper, bro. I'm a
Facts.
rapper, but I'm a musician as well. You know what I mean? I'm an artist as well, right? You know what I mean? So I would tour with Hop, but he wouldn't be my first choice.
Okay. Give me your first choice.
Fuck, man, that's.
Or top three. Give me top three.
I'd tour with J. Cole.
J. Cole, fire.
Yeah, I'd tour with J. Cole, because then I could do all different kinds of shit.
Correct.
And the
yeah.
crowd would like still fuck with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who else? There's so many like artists that are like just becoming established now and shit too that are like really dope that I like. I don't know if you've ever heard of Andy Mineo.
I have not.
He's really dope too, man. Like,
Where's he based out of?
fuck, I'm not sure where he resides.
States or
Yeah,
Europe?
I'm pretty sure he's American.
Okay.
Yeah.
Andy, what is his last name?
I don't know if I'm pronouncing it 100% correct, but it's Mineo, I'm pretty sure.
Mineo.
Yeah, Mineo.
Okay. Is there a song specifically that you're like, yo, check this song out?
There's Coming In Hot is one that I really like by him.
Okay, Coming In Hot by Mr. Andy. We'll check it out.
Yeah, it's a dope song. Yeah.
Okay.
It was dropped a couple of years ago, 2019. It came out.
Okay, that's still pretty recent. 2020 skipped.
YFN Lucci is another artist that I like.
Oh, he's sick.
Yeah, he's dope
sick.
too.
I like, that's a little different. That's a completely different audience.
That's what I'm saying, right?
Okay,
that's
I
why
see
it's
what you
like
mean.
hard for me to say who I'd want to like, because you know what I mean?
Yeah. So you're thinking as a businessman or as a musician now?
I'm thinking as both, you know what I mean? Because like, you got to think business wise
100%.
first, right? You know what I mean? If you're trying to get the bag, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Facts.
So,
What about Kevin Gates? You like Kevin Gates?
I mean, like, yeah, he's dope, but like, he's not like my favorite. No,
I see.
He's a talented cat, and I would definitely tour with him, but he wouldn't be my first choice. But he would definitely be up there, up in the tops for sure. Yeah, I fuck with him.
He's dope because
it would be. I'm thinking business wise though too, right?
Okay,
because
you are.
like beneficial, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
true.
if I toured with somebody like that. Because I can flex different styles as well. Because he does the melodic shit, but he still kind of raps a little bit too, right? You know what I mean? So
Yep.
yeah, man. Fuck, I'm more or less thinking beneficial wise, man. You know what I mean? Like,
You have to, bro. You're
it's
a business. Yeah.
right? I'm my business. I'm my own entity, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm just trying to think of
But
beneficial.
Cole is like a good choice. I think Cole is like probably like he's versatile. He spits bars.
Yeah.
His audience likes both styles.
Exactly,
You know?
exactly. Because then I'd be able to flex all the different kind of shit I wanted to. I
Crazy.
could come with like a straight melodic song, or I could do some crazy. Because I like the double time rap too,
Yeah,
right? The
true.
fast shit, right?
You can.
It shows my talent, right? That takes fucking talent to be able to do that shit and make it sound good. You know what I mean? And stay on beat. You know what I mean, right? So
How did you develop that? The like
just
factor of
practicing
the-
over time, bro.
Word.
Yeah, just practicing. I wasn't the best at it when I first tried it. I mean, like there was a couple times that I was like thought it was good, but I was like after doing it a bit more, I was like, no, I'm way better now. You know what I mean?
Can you look at a text and then be like, I can double time it, or it has to be written in a specific way so it's easier?
I have to say it in my
write?
head. I have to say it in my head, and like the words. Some people can rhyme and pronounce words differently than others, right? You know what I mean? Like especially at a faster rate. You know what I mean? But like me, I had to like kind of like think about it. Not like think about it, but like say it in my head and make it sound like sound good, flow good. You know what I mean? Like
I see.
it's got to roll off the tongue well together. The words that are lined up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
That's what Tech Nine said when they asked him about his process. He said he just listens to a song and he's like, and then with that,
it's
he's
like humming the melody,
I'm going to rap with this melody.
I'm going to
that I
put
have.
these words to that pace and cadence.
Crazy. So that's how you put
how
it
I do
together?
Even with my hooks nowadays too, I'll go on the mic and like I'll have it already on and I'll just start humming melodies over the beat.
Dope.
The first thing I record is a hook because the hook is the most important part of the song.
Facts.
That's why it's called a hook, because you need to get your hooks in people, right? That's what catches them, right? Is the hook, right?
Yeah.
So you got to have a fucking catchy hook first and foremost, and then from there build your verses, right?
Yeah. And then so you do the top line approach where you just kind of like
Go in
maybe
and
saying some words.
I'll even go in and I'll be like,
Yeah.
whatever sounds dope, right? And then I'll put words to that melody, right?
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. Nice.
Yeah.
And did you develop into this or before
Yes,
you had a different
100%
process?
developed into it. Yeah.
Sick.
Like I've learned myself more so over the last couple of years than I did throughout the whole career.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
Just because I've been really flexing different shit, bro, and like finding really dope sounds that I like. Yeah. The melodies are dope, bro. It's just like I said, it's a vibe, man.
I
Love
think
that shit now.
It's like with rap, as much as it's sick, like you have to use your brain to like listen to lyrics and really appreciate it.
And there's so many different
You know?
words to
Yeah,
try to remember.
there's a lot
all
to
packed
retain.
together. You know what I'm saying? It's harder to remember that shit. People like they don't catch on to it very easily, right? You know what I mean? As where if you're like something like that, they're like they can sing that like right after they hear
that's
it.
hard.
You know what I mean? Right? Right? You know what I'm saying? Right? Something like that, right? It's just easy for people to
Nice.
remember, right?
Exactly.
My pops told me, man, the hook is the most important part of the song. And he's like, always make it catchy and as simple as possible for people to remember.
Got you.
Yeah.
Sick.
Like as simple as possible.
Dope. That's good, man. Mr. Prada West dropping gems. Is there any advice you would give to like a young person right now watching this and they want to get into rapping? They just want to get into like the arts. Something maybe you need to hear when you were young. Is there something advice you would give to the young people out there?
Like to actually pursue it
Pursue it, or they're just kind of like,
or just getting into it.
Just getting into it, you know, because no, like they maybe do music, but it's tough to put yourself out there. It's tough to be like, by the way, I'm an artist now, and this is my image and I'm just going to go hard. Like a lot of people might look at you different, and a lot of people might not fuck with you because they're like, you think you're this guy now? What? We know you as Paul and you're this guy. We're not going to accept this new alias. Did you ever face that, by the way? Or maybe you could speak on that?
No, not so much, man. I heard something yesterday, actually, that really kind of pinpoints this for me a little bit. What I heard yesterday was people who know you locally will never support you as much as somebody who doesn't know you. Because the people locally who know you as an artist or anything that you're doing and you're being somewhat successful at are going to hate on you more than somebody who doesn't know you as another fan. Because people locally are still in the same spot that they were when you were in that spot.
Facts.
And you've excelled past that point and they're still stuck there.
Yeah.
So they have that incentive to hate on you more than somebody who doesn't know a fucking thing about you.
Yeah.
Other than the music and what you've told them. You know what I mean? So the people that are still in that same spot that you grew up in are still in that same spot and trying to get somewhere, but they feel like they can have an opinion about you more so because they've seen where you come from. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that kind of pinpoints for me a little bit on that topic.
Okay.
But
that's a good, bro. That's a gem. That's a that's a clip in its own.
Yeah,
you know
straight up though, man. You know what I mean? That's why you never fucking hold shit too close to your heart from people that you know you more than people who don't. You know what I mean? Like, not that you shouldn't, because obviously you should take everything into consideration, but hold it with a grain of salt. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, right? Because people are gonna have an opinion about you no matter what, bro.
Facts.
This world is opinionative, you know what I mean? And people like to voice it when they feel that they should, you know what I mean?
Especially with social media, man.
And it gives them that platform to feel like their words are important because a lot of people chime up back to it, right? Yeah. If people didn't chime in and pop shit back at people, they wouldn't have a voice because they would feel like nobody gave a fuck.
Facts.
You know what I mean? But yeah, man, I feel like if you're a new artist coming into the game, yeah, man, just don't worry about other people. Don't worry about what people have to say about you. And if your passion is with the music, then just fucking push it, man. Just do you. Try different things. Find who you are in the music and as an artist and pursue it.
That's dope, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well said. Well said. Is there anything else that you wanted to speak on for the people? I can't believe we've been speaking for over an hour already.
No, it's all good.
I appreciate it, man. Bro, you're like when I saw your music, I was hoping you were a nice guy because I hate to like your music and then you're a dick.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Man. Yeah.
But bro, you're super
that's the
chill
way it
guy.
is a lot of the time, man. You know what I mean? Especially with a lot of like really renowned artists, right? Because I mean, in a sense, they're allowed to be because they deal with a lot of people, right? You know what I mean? And you can only have so much time in a day, right? So you got to kind of push some people away, right?
Correct,
you know what I mean?
Correct.
So in a sense, they're allowed to. You know what I mean? But I have that hard look. You know what I mean? That exterior look, you know what I mean? That people, when they look at me, they're kind of judgmental, right? You know what I mean? Like face tatties, you know what I mean? Fucking.
Well, it's getting easier to accept now. You know?
But
so
still,
now
though, you know what I mean? It is, but it isn't at the same time, right? People, they're still going to look at you and be like, oh, look at this guy. He looks pretty crazy, you know what I mean? Like, I wonder if he's nice or not. You know what I mean?
True.
So, like, as opposed to if I was, like, clean look.
Sure.
Rapper, you know what I mean? People be like, oh, he's probably chill. And then, for instance, I could just be the biggest dick in the world. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But I come from a pretty crazy past, which humbled me, man. You know what I mean?
Dope.
I was a little wilder when I was younger. And like I said, I have, not so much anymore. I still have anger issues, but not so much, but as I did when I was younger. But yeah, man, I come from like an angry past and like not having much, which pushed me to like enter the street game and all that shit too, right? You know what I mean? So it humbled me, man, and really made me appreciate the things in life that I have. You know what I mean?
Dope.
Yeah.
Dope. I think one of the main things is like you're so comfortable with yourself. Like you fuck with yourself the most. There's no insecurity coming out when you talk. There's no insecurity in your music like that, in like a negative way. So since you're so confident about who you are, you don't need to project this like, fuck you, I'm better than you. Because you need to convince yourself, you know, if those type of people.
Not at all, man. I feel like people who need to do that are, they're severely insecure. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because they have to always be like, oh, I'm this or I'm that to make themselves feel better about themselves.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? Me, I'm good in my own skin, bro. I know who I am, where I stand, and what I do. Dope, you know what I mean? And I do it for a reason, right? So that's all that I hold morals. You know what I mean? Like I said, I come from a certain time in my life where I went through some hardship that really made me appreciate the things I have and humbled me and like because of the past that I had with my father and my relationship with my family and stuff like that, it made me hold morals and shit like that really close to my heart. You know what I'm saying? So being humble is nothing to me, man. You know what I mean? That's just who I am.
That's dope, man.
Yeah.
Please don't ever lose it.
No,
It's
never,
fucking
man.
incredible.
Never. You know what I mean? Like I said, for people who are like somebody like Drake, you know what I mean? Those people, they deal with a lot of shit and they don't have a lot of time on their hands because they're pretty busy. I don't know, dude, personally, man. Maybe he does have a lot of time on his hands, but I mean, like for the most, somebody who is of that recognition, they're in a sense allowed to have some sort of unhumbleness, you know what I mean? About them, right?
True.
Because they have to deal with a lot of shit, right? But even then, man, I don't know, man. I'd still be pretty humble and show love to as many people as I could that show me love, man. You know what I mean? I'm one of those guys. Respect is a universal language, bro. You show it to me, I show it to you, bro.
Dope.
You fuck with me, I'm gonna fuck with you back 10 times harder, bro. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I don't go out looking for trouble. If somebody wants to bring it to me, bro, I'm right here, homie. I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, man.
That's dope, man. Well, I appreciate you coming to the podcast,
100%.
man. I think a lot of people that have been following you for a while, they see a different side of you because I've never seen like this long ass conversation in the past from you, and I'm like, bro, Prada West, one of the OGs of this place, and he's just like starting. Like, you're still like on
Building,
the next
man.
level.
Where I'm at, it's only up. You know what I mean? So
correct.
Yeah.
So, bro, thank you so much for coming through.
100%. Man.
We truly appreciate you at the Coffee and Banana platform.
Yes, sir.
And
where are the bananas, bro?
the thing is, it's well, yes, some sort of dessert usually.
Banana flavored muffins or what?
Actually, I think they're lemon flavored. Usually we get banana flavored stuff, but the creativity juices ran out. So we're like, what else could we get? And then
we had get like a banana plushie or some shit.
We had banana stuff like all over.
Yeah, yeah.
And then the shelf life would not be the greatest. Because like the next day
just
it's
get
like
the plastic
black.
ones. Get a couple plastic ones, put them up there or some shit.
Actually, that's a great idea. That's a fucking such a good idea.
Yeah. Plastic banana. You know the plastic fruit bowls, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just make it like a fruit bowl of bananas.
Why do we think of this? Okay. Forever, we're going to shout out Prada West for the bananas.
There you go.
All right.
All right.
Thank you, Mr. Prada West.
Yeah, no worries.
Until next time, everyone. Cheers.
Gang.
How did we not think about plastic? We've been buying bananas in bulk.
That's hilarious.
We've been buying bananas over and over again.
That's hilarious. Yeah, man.
Forcing ourselves to eat it. Yo, do you want bananas? We got extra.
Every time, man.
Thank you everyone for listening. A huge shout out to the Coffee and Banana team. It goes without saying, we can't get anything done without this amazing team. Video manager, Cole Weststeyn, audio engineer extraordinaire, Ryan Lohr, and our producer, Kunal Verma. Not to mention our wonderful sponsors for the season, and most importantly, you for listening. Visit our website at Coffee and Banana for more information about each episode, including all the promo codes that you need. I'm your host, Kane Dabir. Enjoy some coffee and banana on your road to greatness.